Hey guys, John here, and welcome back to the Rare Replay Collection. Yesterday we played Perfect Dark, and I really loved it once I actually got into a mission and quit. I quit messing around with that area. I thought it was going to be like a tutorial instead it's like a hub area, I guess. I don't really know. But anyway, we had a lot of fun shooting peeps, 007 style, and I definitely want to revisit that game at some point. But today, it's time for Banjo-Tooie. Oh man. So this is the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie, and I guess that's kind of obvious. And this is also, of course, the Xbox Live Arcade version. Like it was, we might have issues. I don't know. It's hard to say. We didn't have any issues with Perfect Dark, so that was good. But yeah, so this game is pretty fantastic. There are things about it that maybe I didn't always like. Oh, there was one of them there. Canary Mary. That's a good reason to hate the game. There's a lot of difficult things in this game. It also entailed a ton of backtracking. There was very little backtracking in Banjo-Kazooie, but in this game, there were things that you couldn't get in the early levels until you unlock stuff like at the end of the game almost. So tons of backtracking, which was kind of difficult, and just an all-around higher challenge. But there was a lot of innovative and cool ideas that they added in this game to improve it over the first one. So, all in all, I love the game a lot too. I don't know if I'd put it above Banjo-Kazooie just because it's a... that one to me is just like the perfect game almost. Like it's just a perfect smooth experience. This one is a little all over the place, but I love a lot of the ideas they put in. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's just go ahead and launch Banjo-Tooie. It did say it was syncing my cloud data, so I wonder if my save files for this carried over. It's interesting. Not sure. But yeah, it's Banjo-Tooie. For those of you who don't know, at the end of Banjo-Kazooie, Gruntilda falls off the mountain and has a rock fall on her. And so this game starts off with Klungo attempting to rescue her from said situation. Let's go ahead and jump in here. I'm curious if it did bring in my save files, to be honest. Empty, empty. Wait, time. Wait, what? Why is there a minute of Banjo-Tooie, or a minute save file on Banjo-Tooie, no other save files, and yet there was nothing on Banjo-Kazooie. Also, haha, it's nuts and bolts being behind the N64 here. You see that? Anyway, that's weird. Why is that even there? Like, it didn't bring my almost complete save file, and then the one I was doing an LP on. Whatever. Anyway, let's just jump into the game, and you can see the beginning. Hey, technically, I could probably skip it to show off the gameplay a bit more, but yeah, I don't know. Should I? Should I? So whenever I restart my LP of this, you'll see all this stuff at some point. Basically, if I skip this, all you're going to miss is Gruntilda's evil sisters show up and do a spell to get her out of the hole. And she's like a freaking living skeleton. Now we'll skip. Oh, yeah, and Bottles gets murdered. I kind of, you know, I feel bad about not showing that because I actually really like that part. Yeah, no, frick you. The poor little goldfish. Can't do anything for him right now, but yeah, shut up, Bottles. Anyway, basically, they shoot a big fireball at the house. It kills Bottles and sends the goldfish over here and such things. Anyway, yeah. I decided not to do the whole cutscene though, because then that's like most of the video at this point. And I kind of want to run around and kind of play the game a bit more. Can kind of explain some of the differences. There's Klungo. The often abused by Gruntilda henchman. But, yeah, there's definitely some differences. Obviously, Spiral Mountain is destroyed right off the bat. Which is, you know, sad, but it's an interesting touch. You're probably also wondering who the frick that is that's talking. Well, since Bottles is dead, his cousin Jam Jars takes his place in the tutorial situation. There's some of the power-up shoes that you can get from the first game. But yes, this place is all freaking destroyed. And if you look up there, you can see we can't access that place easy. But that's okay because there actually isn't anything there. Well, there is... Oh, hi. I didn't know you were there. There is something there. It's a character named Cheeto, the spellbook. But you can't get to those levels anymore. So that's a thing that's different. The levels actually begin here where Gruntilda's sisters had their Earth Mover tunnel into Spiral Mountain to start with. So that's where we go to get to the next levels and such things. Here there's not a ton to do. I think there's a couple of like secret pickup things that you can do. And then, like I say, visiting Cheeto and stuff. But mostly you just leave this behind. And that was kind of like what they were going for, I guess, was like, hey, we've destroyed Spiral Mountain. Forget what you know. The world is upside down now. And I think that's kind of cool. It was a cool touch, I think. Set the darker tone, I think, for the game. We're going to get to fight Klungo here right off the bat as well. Klungo, minion with a mission. Oh, man. So, yeah, boss fight right off the bat. He drinks a potion. Spoiler, we do this like 3 times with him during the game. Each time he gets a different power-up from doing that. The thing is, you never know which one it's going to be. So, like, sometimes you might start out with him being the giant Klungo, sometimes you might get one of the other ones. It's kind of a cool touch. Another thing that's weird with this game that's random is the fact that the Jinjos, they're back, but they're random. So, like, you might watch a Let's Play or read a walkthrough for the game, and it might say, well, I found the white Jinjo here in this level or whatever, and then it wouldn't be there when you did it. So that's kind of an interesting but weird thing that they did. And Klungo's done for. Poor Klungo. Such a moron. Please beat Failure Klungo with Broomstick. Oh, man. But yeah, so we need to follow him. Let's see. Where did we come from? We came from there, right? So we want to go this way. But yeah, so there's a lot of little differences with this. And like I say, tons of backtracking. Like, more backtracking than you would have ever thought possible. Let's just Talon trot our way over there. It's faster. And now you're going to see Ilo Hags, which is actually sort of the main hub area, I guess you'd say. Basically, you have to travel a good bit to get to some of the worlds, but that's why these things are here. These are transport pipes, basically. And, yeah. once you've basically touched them or whatever, they're activated, and so it's easier to cross these big distances. Interesting thing here, is that this area, of course, you may have seen it said Jinjo Village. These are the Jinjo's houses, and when you find the Jinjos, you bring them here. Now, each house has a requirement of different numbers of Jinjos you need to find. But if you go over here, you see this one's destroyed entirely. Yeah, okay, jam jars, I got it. Yeah. So the Earth Mover came through here and killed them all. So the rest of them got scattered. But that one got wiped out. So there are no gray Jinjos in the game, which is interesting. I mentioned before, I think I said the white Jinjo when I was talking about finding them. I think the white Jinjo is the only one that there's only one of. So if you get the one white Jinjo, whichever level he ends up being, and it could be early, which would be helpful, he's worth an instant jigsaw piece. So the funny thing about that is, like, early on, you know, you need the jiggies to open up new worlds. If you get the white Jinjo in, like, the first level, you're going to be one up right at the beginning, which could help you open up the second world pretty soon. So that's kind of a cool thing. Or he could be late in the game and not be useful at all. So there's that. But yeah. So there's Bottle's house. You can go there. His family's real sad. Or wait, at this point I don't know if they know he's dead. No, I guess they don't know he's dead when you first go there. But whatever. They're wondering where he is, basically. Yeah. I think, yeah, that's the white Jinjo house over there. And then you make your way up into that area's different. You can find different worlds there. And the first thing you do in this area is go in here and try to talk to the Jiggy King, or Jinjo King, sorry, Jiggy King. And that helps you unlock the next world and such things. But I'm actually going to cut it short there. I don't know if it is short, actually. But I don't want to do too much of the game. I feel like I've done a good job of showing it off and maybe explaining the differences. Yeah. Pretty much that's all we're gonna be doing right here. So thank you guys so much as always for watching. If you enjoyed, hammer that like button, share it with your friends, subscribe if you're new to join the Wolf Pack, and I will see you guys next time for the next game. And we will definitely be playing Banjo-Tooie in the future. Yeah, so basically I may have said it before, but I'm probably going to play through Banjo-Kazooie on stream a day, and then I will restart my Banjo-Tooie LP. I might do that as a regular series, though, just to, you know, make it more of a, you know, better presentation, all that stuff. But that's all coming in the future, so if you're excited about that, be sure to stay tuned. Anyway, I will see you guys next time for more. Bye!